Welcome to the Toyota Film Room, where Coach Muschamp looks ahead to the Gamecocks' next opponent. And Coach, back into SEC play, and this time a top 25 team, the Kentucky Wildcats. What do you see on film?
You see here offensively, Wilson's the new quarterback, is a guy that is completing right at 67% of his passes, has a lot of speed, and obviously when you have the talented bevy of backs that they have, starting with Benny Snell, the play action is going to be a big part of their game right here. But you see the vertical routes down the field. Lynn Bowden, this is a really explosive player, that a guy you can't let get on top in the coverage. He's got really good ball skills down the field. He's an outstanding returner in the kick game, but again, really nice job off the play action and throwing over top of the coverage. The run game obviously is what you've got to deal with, and Benny Snell is one of the best backs there is in the country. This is one of their base run plays. This is a 12 personnel look with 2 tight ends, 2 receivers on the perimeter out here, a divide zone. It's an inside zone that really Snell will take this anywhere. He's going to hit for daylight, but they do a nice job of blocking the perimeter, of getting a couple double teams inside. They're going to single one guy up across the board, but the thing you'll see about Snell, he's an outstanding finisher down the field. We're going to need a gang tackle and swarm this guy, but you see a really nice job of blocking on the edges, creating the double team here, the singles on the bare nose, creating the double team here, and then sealing off the backside with Conrad. So really well blocked, a hat on a hat, and then one misfit from the secondary, right here as far as they're concerned, you got a problem. So you got to I always talk in terms of from a defensive standpoint of keep your head in your gap. We're a gap control defense, most people are, but keep your head in your gap. And when you lose your head in your gap, he finds it. He does a great job. He's got really good patience of when he attacks the line of scrimmage, of pressing the line of scrimmage and finding the soft spot.
Benny Snell's 3rd in the country in rushing, 155 yards a game, and anybody that's seen the Wildcats play over the last couple of years knows how tough he is.
Absolutely. Competes every down. Here defensively, Mark Stoops and his staff do a really good job of playing both 3 down and 4 down, but they do some unusual things as showing the 4-man front and then adding a backer, whether it's Jones or Daniel, into the rush as the 4-man rusher, and they're athletic enough with Allen and some of their outside backers to drop them into coverage, and sometimes can create some issues for you from a protection standpoint, and more than anything, as you know, Todd, from a quarterback standpoint, you're counting on a guy rushing, then all of a sudden he's dropping in coverage and you got an issue. But here you're going to see them show a 4-man pass rush and they're adding Jones in. So now he becomes their 4th rusher and Allen's in coverage. And, again, you see the athleticism. If this ball is thrown, you're going to see a lot of guys breaking on the football. And there's not a lot of plays that are being made in space because they've really gotten more athletic on the defensive side of the ball and improved their speed. But you see what they're doing here, really well constructed as far as right there you're talking in terms of balance, pushing the pocket on the quarterback, adding the backer in, and dropping Allen into coverage. But I would suspect he'll be rushing a lot more than he's dropping. Here you're in a situation with a guy like Fitzgerald at quarterback for Mississippi State. Now you're seeing a traditional 3 down and more of a quarters coverage for Kentucky. So they're basically turning loose a 7-man box to stop the run and do a nice job of fitting the quarterback run game against Mississippi State. And they're more of a traditional 3 down look, two inside backers, and 31 and 41, both really nice edge setters on the perimeter. They're guys that are very difficult to block. Both linebackers are very active in what they do, very instinctive in what they do.
They held Mississippi State to 201 yards in total offense, and the Bulldogs have been one of the more explosive teams in the conference up to that point. So that'll do it for our Toyota Film Room. Coach, we got another top 25 matchup. This one on the road in conference play. I know it'll be a big challenge for your team.
Our guys are looking forward to it. We played well last week on the road. We need to continue to play well and compete at a high level.
Thanks, Toyota. We'll see you next week.